Prince Harry speaking out after his legal win against a British tabloid over phone hacking. Here's our royal expert, Patricia Treble, who joins us now for more. Patricia, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, Harry awarded roughly 240,000 Canadian the other day. Also, he issued a pretty long statement in which he said this was a great day for truth. What more can you tell us, not only about this lawsuit, but I think there's 3 others ongoing right now involving Harry.
He's got a lot going on. So this is unlawful information gathering by the tabloids. And starting really in the 90s and in the 2000s, they were completely out of control. I mean, it was happening on an industrial scale. So we're talking about phone hacking. There was a criminal case 10 years ago in which Harry's voicemails were introduced. We're talking about them using private detectives to go get bank information. I mean, unlawful methods. And a lot of the people who had their privacy invaded have settled because this is civil, so it's for money. And it is expensive, it is very public, and it takes a very long time. Harry wanted his day of court, and he's part of a group that did not settle. They wanted these tabloids in court, and they wanted a judge to find what a judge did, that they invaded their privacy. And so this is what happened. This was against the Mir Group specifically, and it said that of the 33 articles that Harry brought forward, 15 they used unlawful means to get access to. One was 1996. He was 12 at the time. So it gives you an idea. It was just rampant. And as you said, this is not the end, because he has lawsuits as part of a consortium, against Rupert Murdoch's news group tabloids and the Daily Mail and the tabloids associated from that. So this is going to be going on for a long time.
I know he says this is part of his life's work now.
Yep. He's been going at this for a very, very long time. The question is going to be what's going to happen. So he had asked for instance, for the police to look at it, and the police put out a statement saying, they've already done that, and there's nothing new for them to look at. So the question is going to be what's going to happen going forward. Like, how is he going to be able to change it besides these monetary damages?
And this is when Piers Morgan was editor-in-chief?
Part of it was when he was editor-in-chief, part of it was not.
Okay.
And the judge ruled that executives and that editors knew what was happening. They had to have known what was happening.
Well, they apologized too, now since this ruling.
Yeah, so, I mean, and they even apologized. They even admitted to some of the hacking even before. So the question is going to be, like, has time gone by? I mean, there was a huge inquiry about this. I'm not sure what more can come out of it, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. Given that he's saying this is his life work, I feel like we're going to be talking about this for a very long time.
Yep.
Want to talk about, we were talking about at the top of the show, Harry and Meghan's Christmas card. Last week we showed Will and Kate's, and we showed the King and Queen's. This is Harry and Meghan's.
Yeah. I'm going to say I like it. I think it's a lovely one. It's very glam. It's them at the closing ceremonies of the Invictus Games. And I'm going to say, do you release your Christmas card to the public? I do not. I have a very nice handmade one. You're going to get analysis when you release your Christmas card. And the first question everyone said is, where are the kids, right? Because we haven't seen the kids for 2 years in a Christmas card. And I think, look, you're never going to satisfy everyone. But I thought it was I think that looks spectacular in that card.
Mm-hmm. And to answer your question, I don't have a Christmas card. I
don't have one to release. I do, but it's been released by Hallmark.
There you go.
Okay, the Crown nominated last week for 4 Golden Globe Awards and the last 6 episodes of the final season now out. Patricia, your thoughts on how this series, how it wraps up?
I'm going to say the part 2 is better than part 1, but that is a low bar because I was not fond of part 1. There were flashes of the former brilliance. I'm going to say the problem that I had with it is there's a lot about a young William falling in love with Kate. There is just so much about that. It is just it's boring. It's sweet, but it's boring. Flashes of brilliance, though, when there's one episode, I think it's episode 8, and it's the 2 sisters. It's Elizabeth and Margaret. And they're older, but they're also doing flashbacks to when they were young. And I think it's wonderful. It's one of those it reminded me of the early seasons that we all loved so much. But beyond that, it's just, kind of the same old, same old.
So were the flashbacks with the previous cast, with Claire Foy?
They actually cast another younger woman because
do those flashbacks.
To do the flashbacks, and it's wonderful. She looks so much like Claire Foy. She looks like a younger version of Claire Foy. It's really good, and it's VE Day. It's 1945, and they're going out and they're having fun. And it's one of the few times that the two sisters are able to just go out on their own and have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is my must-see TV this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, part 2. Let's look at the year that was for the royals, particularly the King and Queen.
I think they had the best year, I'm going to say. I mean, look, coronation can't hurt. But it was the way they modernized and made very inclusive a very ancient religious ceremony. It is a very futzy ceremony, I will get, but they had a lot of fun points. The Queen had her dogs embroidered on her gown. I mean, little things like that I thought was great. And also the big stuff. They kept calm, they carried on, huge state visits, France, Kenya and Germany, massive crowds, really well received.
Okay, and coming to Canada next year, right?
Canada, May.
Yeah, okay. Look forward to that. Meantime, William and Kate, what did you think of their royal year?
Staying steady, treading water. They really didn't do a lot. No big foreign tours. That was the surprise. We expected them to do it. They haven't done one now coming up on 2 years. Focus was really their family. And so you really saw it last week. There was the release of the video of Kate taking the kids to a charity that takes in donations for young families and toys. They're sorting through toys, they're sorting through clothes, and they're picking out gifts. And the focus really is their family. How long that's going to be able to last, I don't know. Because the King and Queen are in their mid-70s. They're going to need help.
And Harry and Meghan's year?
Started out big, spare, and then I think it deflated as the year went on. So first you had kind of the mockery. You had South Park. You had the so-called car chase. Then you got serious. Then you had the industry criticism. So in the summer, Spotify canceled their podcast. The executive talked about them being grifters. And then all sorts of industry people started piling in articles. And then the end of the year, Hollywood Reporter put them as their losers. Hollywood loves a second act. They love a second act. Maybe they can do it, but it's going to be a lot of hard work. But we'll see. 2024 is going to be the year for them. I think it'll decide which way they're going.
All right. Well, certainly a busy year when it came to the Royals in 2023.
Oh,
We
yes.
want to thank you, Patricia, for helping us guide us through it all. And we look forward to more in 2024. And
My
have
pleasure.
a very happy holiday.
Thank you very much.